one stop, a family shop. Think Thayer, come on, let's get rolling. Come on, let's get moving. Think Thayer.
You looked at this non-conference schedule. We talked about it last week. We talked about it like 1,000 times. Now that you're in the midst of it, though, has it been more of a grind, less of a grind, or about exactly what you expected?
We don't use the word grind, we use the word find. So it's not a grind, it's a find. We're finding out where this football team is at. We feel like it was an exceptionally tough non-conference schedule. We're sitting at, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We're sitting at 1-2 with an opportunity to maybe be 2-2, but we're gonna have to play a lot better than what we just did. And, we'll go to West Lafayette, Indiana, and we'll find out where we're at.
I just assume you don't focus a bunch on the other schools in the MAC, but assume you've seen some scores, what other teams have done in the last couple of weeks, and where the MAC is right now. It seems like they've been playing really well the last couple of weeks. Just kind of your stance on where the conference is.
I'm excited about it. I feel bad for our community and our university and our team and our conference that we couldn't find a way to pull that last one off. I'm really excited about the things that are going on around the conference, the wins that other teams are putting up, and I think that's a tribute to not only our conference but the coaches and the players that we have playing in this conference, and I mean that sincerely.
Coach, have you had much chance to look at Purdue film to this point?
A little bit, not a lot.
What have you seen in that film?
Again, a very physical defensive front, very aggressive back end, a lot of man-to-man, press man-to-man, fill up the box, get after you on defense. From an offensive standpoint, they have a young quarterback, but they want to run the football. They want to protect that quarterback with play action passes and stuff like that. I wouldn't say a typical Big Ten team, but when we're playing up, that's what we traditionally get. Is they get really traditional when they want to be physical with us, get us in a box and beat up a smaller team.
When you say it's not completely a traditional team,
More man-to-man on the back end, not so much zone. I think a lot of Big Ten teams are cover 4, cover 2, cover 3 type. These guys really play press man-to-man like they're like a lot of teams do down south, and try to get after the wide receivers, disrupt the timing of the throwing game, and keep the box full.
When you underdogs,
You got to speak up now.
you all have been underdogs, I believe, in every game leading up to this. I think you're 1-point favorites right now. Why do you think that is?
I have not even looked, and if we are 1-point favorites, that's a blessing. Okay, I've never been in 30 years. I've never been an underdog in 3 straight non-conference games. So this is the first time that's ever happened. So if someone found a way to make us a 1-point favorite instead of making it 4, I appreciate it. So now the record will be 3, and we'll work from there. But I think it's going to be a close game. Yeah, they're a good team and they're playing at home. They have to have it. Coach Darrell's a good coach. Him and I both came from Eastern Illinois. We both worked for Bob Spoo. We're cut from the same cloth. It's going to be a good football game.
How important is this for you all to go into MAC play 2-2 and not 1-3?
Well, first of all, we're a losing football team right now, and that's not good. When you base things off of wins and losses in the football realm, football is not all about wins and losses. It's also what these young men do in the classroom and what they do in the community. But that being said, it'd be a lot better going into conference 2-2 than obviously 1-3. But with this non-conference, you knew something like this might happen, and we've got an opportunity to get it to 500, and we've got to fight and claw and scratch and see if we can do that.
The defense against Memphis going 90-some plays. I guess I don't know what that is relative to the first 3 games of the season, but when they're on the field that much and playing against that many snaps, how much does that affect what may have happened at the end of the game or in the second half?
I think it affects it a lot, and I think some of that is the defense. Okay, you don't want to play 90 plays, get turnovers. You want to play 90 plays, get 3 and outs. And in a total scheme of things, you know, the offense needs to play better. You know, there was third downs where we dropped the football. And if we'd have caught the football, then we get more plays on offense and the other team gets less plays. I think the one thing that you got to always be careful about is apologizing for scoring too quickly. I mean, the name of the game is to score. So now you shouldn't say, hey, we scored too fast. We got to slow it down. I couldn't understand that. I still don't understand why soccer games, how come you don't put all your best people at the front and try to win 10-3? I can't get that. I don't understand why you put all your best players on defense and you win 1-0 and you think it's a fantastic game. You know, put your players up front and score 7 and see if the other team can score 5. So my daughters played soccer their whole lives, all 4 of them. And I sat there and watched that and I'm like, my God, it's just a defense. It's an offensive coach's nightmare and a defensive coach's dream. All the good players are on defense. So I don't want to get into it. It blows my mind. I'll have all the soccer coaches calling me now, but the object is to score points when you can, and then, you know, defense's job is to get stops and get the ball back to the offense.
You're gonna have John Wagner all over you about soccer, and I can see the smoke coming out of his ears right now.
No, I do have a response for you on that. But,
Go ahead.
But no, I would rather hear something about looking at your defense. When you went back and looked at the film, how do you feel your defense played Saturday?
I thought they played well in spurts. I thought we played extremely well on first and second down, and we got them behind the chains in a lot of third down situations, and then they'd get out of it because of a third down call. Or in the first and second, I mean, let me slow down for a second. I want to say they had like 100, and I'm going to get the number wrong, 105 yards in 2 trick plays. They ran 3 trick plays, they ran a fake punt, which is all allowed. Okay, you go, oh, you're crying. No, I'm not. It's allowed. I'm teed off that I didn't try one. And, you know, I was going back saying, God, I should have tried that one. I should have done that one. So, I mean, my hat's off to, you know, the coach, the Memphis coaches. That's good. That's also a compliment to our defense. If the defense is playing so well that they're going to try 3 trick plays and run a fake punt, that tells you about something about how the defense is playing. Okay, now we didn't do that, and maybe we should have done one more. So I thought the defense did well in spurts. The one thing I want everybody to understand, and sometimes I'm talking to the media, I'm talking to you guys like your family, even though you guys are going to shoot this all across the nation, is that quarterback is an NFL quarterback. And it really changes the game when you've got a guy that can really do it. And I'm telling you, that's what that guy is. So a lot of things that would have worked against a lot of quarterbacks doesn't work against him. There were times, I was talking to Zach Coven an hour ago, there were times where, as he would say, Coach, I was that close, I could almost touch his uniform, and some kind of way, like he's got eyes in the back of his head, he felt me and he slid somewhere else and he got away. I said, that's what good players do. That's what NFL guys do. They have a sense, they have a thing about them that's different than everybody else. He threw a 60-yard ball into the wind that hit a guy right in the chest after a double reverse fake drop, pitch the ball here, turn around. That ball went like 60 yards in the air, into the wind, and hit the guy right here. Like, you know, right there. So I'm sitting there going, wow. You know, that's a heck of a throw. So you got to understand who the defense was going against, okay? And it was a heck of a game. You know, eliminate some drops, eliminate some penalties, you know, make another play here or there. We might be talking about a great win, but it was a fantastic game. It was a great battle. I'm not down on my guys. I'm really proud about how they went about it. I just wish we'd have came out on top.